Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Check 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Smith. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up third down.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Down to lose 1. Mike, 56.
Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
A spin. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hurry!
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what... So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Rose. Got some room at the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Texans' 42-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 4.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Caught by Sanu. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Right there, 56. I got you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Get him. Jack. $56 to Mike, boys. 56. 59. Now watch run. Echo.
Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Right there, 56. Down, he's coming. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Switch. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll run it now with Smith. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On second and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, go.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Set. 18. Right there, 56. Exit, exit. Mike 56.
Out of the gun, Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
180. You must be getting tired. 47.
Back to the ground, this time to Bell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set. 180. Check, 47. Check back, check back.
On second and 12, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Browns.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. A gain of 4 last play. They doubled that here and get 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Point it right.
Mayfield down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Hurry. Check 93's the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Rose. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Cleveland.
180. Check 147. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after pistol.
Mayfield now from the 50. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Banjo. 56 to Mike.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Pick it up. Undercrush.
Smith. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Silver.
From the gun on third, Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And they're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Let's go, Smith.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Smith. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. The quick slant caught, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
A first down throw from Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and now it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On second down now, it's Rose. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. A screen to Bell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On second down, this is Cannon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is it. 19. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
3rd and 2. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Greedy Williams, the rookie out of LSU, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And it's the Saints that have moved out ahead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun. Mayfield buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. And the Browns.
Back now in Houston. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Mayfield now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right there, 56. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, 56.
Hey, 24.
56. Let's go, D. 56.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 15 yards on the play, first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 52's the mark. Check 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Drop deep. Drop deep.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. 51. Mike 51. Guys, it's game.
No time.
3rd and long, it's Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Come on, baby.
Well, let's see who this is on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll try the right side with Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and long for Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
What's that? 19.
Check Mike. Check Mike.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10 on the carry. Here's Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Big stop, let's go. Check 43.
49. Motion.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 38-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated, the front and the back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who get 4.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Houston, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.